Good morning and welcome to Today at the Races on this absolutely gorgeous July day here in Maryland. Keith, Tim Tulloch, Keith Fustel. Perfect day for a perfect day of racing.
You got it. Well, we've got 5 stakes, 4 restricted for the Maryland bred, Maryland sire, and then we've got an open stakes later in the card. Really looking forward to it. Some really contentious races. The stakes are evenly matched. I really couldn't come up with any sharp single along the way in those stakes. But, again, racing office, we talked about it yesterday, be redundant. It's tough this time of year when you've got these stakes and you've got all the competition going around to put together a quality field. Like you've got this afternoon. I think they did a great job. Handle yesterday. How about that? $2.9 million, just shy of 3. Yeah, I kept looking up. I said, man, we've got to have a good handle. Talk went in, saw Georgia Ann at 2.9 with a smile on her face. We're very happy. Thanks to the fans. Thanks for everybody sticking along and playing along with us on these racing cards. It was a tough day for handicapping yesterday.
Oh, sure was.
I got beaten up a little bit, but hey, we win some, lose some.
I think, yeah. Well, Charlie Brown and Linus were sitting on a fence, and Charlie was all down, said, because he just lost another baseball game, and Linus says to him, well, you win some, you lose some, and Charlie says, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Here we go. What a card we have today. As you mentioned, some good Maryland bred races today, 10 race cards, some really super competitive races. Let's get it going here. A big day. We have the Super Sizzler gift card giveaway here at Laurel Park. 5 $100 Visa gift cards given away to on-site customers each stake day in July. Entered a chance to win guest services in the grandstand. And, of course, winners will be selected randomly each stakes day. So go ahead and get involved in that. But that's just not enough. If you want to dunk your favorite or maybe not so favorite jockey, you can do that today. The Jockey Dunk Tank fundraiser to benefit the PDJF. 3 tosses for $5. Warm up your arm, as you said yesterday. Get down there and get a couple of them wet. I know John Shyman's after J-Ron Barbosa for sure, after bouncing him out of the early pick 5 with Sweet Talia yesterday. Also, the Crack and Crab Feast this afternoon. We got it all going on here. That happens this afternoon. We'll have a lot of people involved in that. And then, of course, we have the stakes day. 5 of them highlighted by the deputed testimony, $100,000. And then 4 Maryland bred stakes, the Jamelia, the Star de Nascar, the Miss Disco, and the Ben's Cat. The Miss Disco was a head scratcher for me. We talked about going back and looking at our picks again. I do those picks so early for press time for the tip sheets and stuff. I had to change a couple this morning. So I had to change a couple horses around when I looked deeper into them. I was up very, very early doing that.
All right.
So there you go. Big card. Let's go. Outside, we mentioned it's absolutely gorgeous. Track will be fast. The turf will be good. We had a little rain go through here last night.
Again,
but the course has been in such good shape that a little water actually makes it a little bit better right now. And as I mentioned, 76 degrees. Couldn't be better.
Oh, this is a picture-perfect day. Get out here. I mean, plenty of room left for the crab feast. Come out and enjoy it. Chance for the Visa gift card. Dunk your jockey. Win some bets, we've got it all going on today at Laurel Park. So definitely, if you can get out here and be live on site, please do. We love you betting from the first bet account, sitting at home or by the beach or whatever. I know my buddy Joe Gass is down at the beach today. He'll be firing things up on the phone. So, but yeah, if you can come out here, please do so.
It'll be a fun day. Let's go. Race 1, maiden special weight, 7/8 on the main track for maiden fillies. 2-year-olds. We're going to start with your top pick. This is Spencerian for Hammy Smith. Javion Toledo gets the call, and we're going to look at his video. Her first time out here at Laurel Park from July 8th, where things didn't go as well as you might like it to start.
No, right here. You see it's just a shade slow out of the gate and a steady, and then kind of was able to recover, took under a little bit of a rating hold and settled well back. Giving up that much ground, you're 10, 12, 15 out of it, leaving the 3/8 pole. Listen, a 2-year-old filly, 99 times out of 100, Tim, they're not going to make up that gap. So Spencerian, she did the right thing. Got her composed. Circles here about 4 or 5 wide turning for home. And I think, all in all, when you close 7, 8 lengths from the head of the lane home, you're doing something. She finishes quite well. Didn't really kind of get going and level off here to about the 3/16. Right. Good run. breeding suggests, this 7/8 set, to stretch out, it's going to be just fine.
Absolutely, and that's a good veteran ride. Fergal Lynch rode her that day, gets Toledo today. Things don't go well at the break. Salvage, give her a good positive first time out, gets her into clean air in the stretch. She comes running. She learned something there and should move forward this afternoon. I have the 1-5-2, 5-2. For Jose Corrales. Jose Corrales scored, made the journey $78.60 in race 7 yesterday, upset the pick 6. We got to carry over today. But look, this is another one who closed late and salvaged a good finish, going 5/8 of a mile in debut.
Was also in that video, had a little bit better trip, was able to rate, save some ground angled out, and finished at what wasn't going quite as fast as Spencerian at the wire. I think the tables will be turned this afternoon with Spencerian, but she got 2 daughters of Irish war cry in here.
There you go.
Might complete your exacta. But I look at a first or two here a little bit. The 2, Ice Cube Baby. I would not leave this one out. These are connections, Gerald Burns, the Frocks, Baby Yoda. That ring a bell?
Yeah.
Remember that one a year or 2 ago? Pretty fast. By Keen Ice. Keen Ice, recent work, good. Keen Ice only about 6% with the firsters, but half to a very, very fast horse in Detroit City. Detroit City ran Preakness weekend on the grass. I think for Sisterson, very fast. There's no real speed in here. The other horses that started in here, it's a limited field, haven't shown a lot of foot. Maybe Ice Cube Baby's the one to kind of get out there and dictate and take them a ways.
Yeah, I have to believe that she has more underneath her than the 3 works we see on paper, being a Gerald Burns, a Burns horse. However, 7/8 of a mile on debut scares me. It is very, very tough. So she's certainly not for me. But you're right. She gets loose on the lead, gets brave, and has more than it appears underneath her. It could be enough. Let's move to race 2. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. Keith opted to do a middle pick 4 this afternoon, so we'll look forward to that. Race 2 for fillies and mares, for which will start for $20,000 or less in the last 3 starts, or claiming price 30 down to 24, going a mile and a 16th. On the turf course, the rail set at 35 feet. We're going to start with your top pick here. Keith, that is the 6 Pie Killer, third off of a break today, looking for 3 in a row. Second time for Claudio Gonzalez.
Came off the break, lengthy break from August of 21 to June. Good effort, wins for Patrick Noosh. Claudio said, hey, we're going to go grab this one. Did. Boy, she came back with a flourish, a big, big effort. Buyer of 77. Do we have a video of that race? Or no, we didn't. Okay, I thought I had to take one out there. But Pie Killer had a great trip. In behind the speed, was able to stalk inside. Gastown Baby was a very impressive firster, making her second start for Lynch, stretching out. She measured that one, went on by. And in that field, Baccia was a horse that got bet down pretty well. That was a motion horse who ran against some killers at 2, like Amperl, some of those other Breeders' Cup types. So when you're keen up, out of sorts, it's going to take plenty of play. But the barn is going a little chilly, a little drop here in for the tag. Pie Killer's going to get the jump on her. I know that. Hopefully she can hold on late. And I think My Candy Girl, I love you, second off the break. That's always a big move for Gary Capp. Likes a little give in the ground. Probably going to get a little bit of that from that extra rain from last night. Going to benefit from the sprint. So I'm going to go 3, 4, 6 box in here and just keep on hitting it. Maybe throw Woody Banner. I'm going to toss the fave. If she beats me, she beats me. Woody Banner under a little bit of a price as well, because Gorey, along with Jerry Romans and Hammy, they're known to pop at a price.
Woody Banner is getting better. Going to have to get better again here this afternoon. I love you for Cap. I agree. Second off, out of sorts, I think they're looking for this one to win. I think this is a great spot to drop down into. And, she's been running against tougher. The results aren't there. The numbers are. But this could be the drop that out of sorts needs to get the job done in race 2. Race 3 comes after 2, and if I get my races in order, we'll have that. Here we go.
Sometimes we can count, sometimes we can't.
This is an issue. It's certainly an issue. Here we go. Race 3, 7/8 of a mile for 3-year-olds, which have not won a race other than maiden, claiming, or starter. We're going to start with the 5 Blue Collar. Boom. Let's just go to the video. What an impressive first time out this was for the white hot Damon Dilladovico.
Yeah, this was good. Ready to roll, took plenty of play. Word was out, down to $160 to 1. Nudged on a little bit into the turn to kind of go up and stalk the issue of take charge too, and just, man, this This guy ran like a real racehorse first time out. Did what he was supposed to. Was it the strongest the field? No. But this is what you're supposed to do if you're a good horse. He took the measure of the leader and said, see you later. Respond. Just a slight touch of greenness there to mid-stretch. Rolls away late. Got to come right back. First time against winners. But I think, again, looking at the setup, I thought Golden Eyes was going to be tough, but was scratched. Yeah, had faced really proven runners. But Blue Collar Boom should be able to sit outside maybe Zen Master. Royal Spy is on the improve, needs a little bit better break. But I was anxious to see this one come back after that debut. Here we go today. Blue Collar Boom, right back.
Big figure, 72 in debut, good-looking race, and I know didn't beat much, but did it the way you want a young horse to do it, and will come back better. Zen Master for Brittany Russell down on the fence, coming out of 2 good races. Delaware certainly picked that one's heads up. Always suspect of the Delaware numbers.
Yes.
Always, and we'll see how that one goes today from the fence. But the race goes through the 5 Blue Collar Boom for sure, especially if he can come back with that same type of effort. Race 4 does kick off the middle pick 4, and Keith, you put together a ticket here in the middle pick 4, a very economical ticket. I might even be able to afford this one.
Well, after yesterday, we've got to drop to the $8 ticket. Somebody might have seen me out on Route 1 with a tin cup. No,
that was you?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, okay.
You know, but no, I single here with the 4, Dr. Davis, to get you going. Delacour. First time Delacour off time, Lasix, gelding, the whole work. Race 5, let's go 6 and 7. Petition Prayer, Divine Hunters. I'm really anxious to see what Petition Prayer can bring. Second time off the shelf. Here's a little spread for me. I thought the Jamila, wasn't a slam dunk. So I go 2, 3, 4, 7. Matitude has had some early trouble. Has taken plenty of play on these turf races. I still don't know quite why, but she's run all right despite the adversity.
Yes.
So maybe with a clean break, can pull a little bit of an upset.
Problems.
Yep, that happens. And then 7th, wrap it up. Super Love and Synergy Star for Kenny Cox. $8.
$8 ticket, middle pick 4 for Keith Fustel. Race 4 is a maiden special weight. Maiden 3, 4, and 5-year-olds going 3/4 of a mile on the grass course. Rail set at 87 feet. We'll start with the 4, Dr. Davis, and this is one of the picks I almost changed the more I looked at Dr. Davis. But look, first time for R&O, 27%, extended layoff, 43%. I'm not a big ad Lasix guy because we're moving away from it. But if there was ever a horse that looked like Lasix, needed Lasix, it's this one right here, Dr. Davis. Been running pretty well early, showed some speed going long, showed decent speed going short, and then just fades on out of it.
Yeah. I think he's going to maybe take a little bit of a rating tactic here with Catch This Winner to the outside. Was pretty quick at Colonial, I should say. The internals were good when I went and compared them to some other races that day. But Dr. Davis, the 2 turf tries, yes, has only beaten 1 in those 2 turf efforts, but they were good fields and had adversity. Was a little keyed up 2 races back in that second turf race, but stayed on quite well. Finally settled down the backstretch, faded, but 3rd place finisher, came back to just missing a grade 3. Other horses out of there, I think 5th place finisher, I got a little note here, posted an 83 and a 73 up in New York, Saratoga and Belmont. That was a high quality field. You talked about the stats. Off the layoff, 43% this time. I think Dr. Davis is going to be a different kind of a horse today and gets it done.
And Lunar Dash, unfortunately, this is a horse for Dale Capuano who's never run a bad race in his career. He ran into a highly touted Pick and See Glass last time. Look, if Dr. Davis doesn't make the marked improvement that we expect he will, this is Lunar Dash's a race to win this afternoon. Race 5 does kick off the Rainbow Pick 6. We do have a carryover in the Rainbow Pick 6, $14,528. I put together a ticket for the Rainbow Pick 6. It looks a little bit like this, $64.80 play. I go 3 deep here in race 5. I use the 2, the 6, and the 7. In race 6, I use the 3, 4, and 7. That's Jamelia, the 3 spun glass, my top pick there. In race 7, the Star Dinaskra, I go 2 deep there. I use the 2, Super Love, and the 4, a lot of hope. I think the speed might develop there. I think Al Loves Josie's in that spot. We'll talk about that for one reason and one reason only. Here we go. Race 8, 5, 6, 8. That's the Benz Cat with my top pick being the 5, Jackson Traveler in that spot. Race 9, the 4 and the 7, the Deputed Testimony. Plot the Dots and Magic Michael for Jamie Ness. Race 10, 6, 8, and 9 to finish out the Rainbow Pick 6. $64.80 ticket. Good luck if you play along in the Rainbow Pick 6. Race 5, first of our stakes. Miss Disco, 75,000 for Maryland Breds, going 7/8 of a mile on the main track, and we're going to start with the 6, Petition Prayer. Now, this is a race that I was back and forth all over the place. The more I looked at Petition Prayer, the more and more I liked her. Let's look at her last race from June 18th. We're going to pick this one up at about the 3/8 pole.
Yeah, they were very kind to the boys upstairs with Petition Prayer, 10-1, getting the job done. But what I like is this: was keyed up early, took the rating, and patient ride, sat chilly. As things kind of developed, just spied that speed, waited, sat behind horse. Now moves up, lacks a little bit of a room, but loses just a bit of momentum. Tim at 3/16, then shifts out. I was waiting for her to get back to sprinting on the dirt to see what she could do, and man, she did not disappoint whatsoever. Fired home through this final furlong under some pressure. I don't know if we've seen the best of her yet. A lightly raced, second time off the bench. We're going to go with Toledo today. She's got enough tactical speed to stay close to a little bit of that, and maybe Divine Huntress might be a little quicker early, maybe. But I think she brings a finish in here again, right back to pull a slight upset.
Cool. Two good work since that last start. Scratch the 4, Royal Whisper, and the 5, Charming Way. Probably affect our price a little bit. I thought we could probably get a pretty decent fair price on Petition Prayer, but we still might. My top pick is the 7, Divine Huntress. She's turning back, and she's certainly getting class relief here. No doubt about that. Her figures are strong in these graded stakes. She's been running in results not quite as much, but the last 2 times she was in a softer group, and this is a softer group than what she's running in. She posted 2 wins in a row, a win by 12 lengths in a first level allowance condition at Parks. I think they're looking for her to win, and I believe she's got the perfect draw.
Proven at the distance. She's back on Lasix. Had a little hiccup in a kind of a questionable, kind of a goofy ride going back. A few races back with Ortiz, but last time out, looked like she had every right to kind of just fade away. She stayed on her left lead, but she kept trying to the wire against a really good horse, Monterey. Was 5 clear of a prior Grade 2 winner at 2. That horse, Dream Lilith, had won the Golden Rod. So she kept on with effort. She drops. She's going to prompt the issue. I think of the 2's got to go from the inside. I just think, have we seen the best of her? We don't know. It's still, very, very lightly race. We're talking about only seven races for these daughters of Divining Rod, both the 6 and the 7. But Petition Prayer, if things get a little entangled coming to the 8th pole, I think she's the one that gets by over the top.
There you have it. All right. 6-7 for Keith, 7-6 for myself in the Miss Disco. We're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the second half of our card.
I ride.
I ride.
I ride. I ride.
I ride.
I ride. I ride.
I ride.
I ride, baby.
Every time we climb into the saddle,
we follow our dreams.
Danger rides with us every day in every race.
The Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund
supports those whose careers were ended by riding accidents.
Despite their catastrophic injuries, remain hopeful,
courageous, and inspiring.
Please join the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund,
along with our horse racing industry
and our great fans, in supporting the athletes who ride
and those who no longer can.
And you'll have the opportunity to support that good cause this afternoon with the Jockey Dunk Tank. I believe it's right there outside the Jocks room.
Okay.
I thought I saw something over there. I haven't really quite investigated, but you'll certainly be able to find it. I'm sure our friend Erin McElwee knows where the Jockey Dunk Tank is.
There it is.
She's pointing. There she is. There she is. Here we go. Race 6, the Jamelia, 5.5 furlongs on the grass. We're going to start with the 3 spun glass.
Yeah.
Both you and I have this one on top, back-to-back lifetime figs. And we're going to look at her race 2 starts ago here at Laurel Park on June 9th.
Couldn't really get close to Can the Queen at Pimlico, but probably needed that race off the break a little bit. I'm not, like I say, I don't put a ton of emphasis breaks with these turf horses, but this was good. I like this effort. Laurel Park, 3 starts, a win, and a third. The numbers work. 89 buyer off of this race. Had a little trouble there. You see that. They're a little steady in the black and white silks with the black cap. Was able to regroup and really sustain a nice run and run down that loose leader. And don't let Sweet fool you. So, last time ago in the Gold Wooded Mama, just had a little too much to do in that race. Never really kind of got the right kind of flow. Kept on trying. Comes back to a course she's proven over. There's going to be speed to target. I think these things are going to be a little contested by the time they hit the top of the stretch. Given a clean break, Golden Can the Queen seem to be close. Even Matitude will be forcing that issue. Spun Glass, I think the most sustainable run in here.
Well, the beauty of the 7 Can the Queen is this is a versatile mare. I mean, she can do whatever you want. She goes short, she goes long, she'll lay, she'll lead.
Yep.
Every question she's asked, she does well. She's had a couple good works on the grass since then. Let's talk about the 4 Golden Can a little bit. I mean, this horse certainly has upset potential this afternoon.
Yeah, some issues at Delaware in that last race. Off a little slow, some little trouble. It's the 2-back try at Pimlico. It was really good. She's fast. She outruns some speedy horses. And with Can the Queen coming off the route, will she be quite as sharp? And if she's not, Golden Can, it could slip away early, and I think she stays a trip a long way in here. I do think Can the Queen's going to make that run into Golden Can, thus setting it up. But dangerous on the front with a clean break. Just tossed the last at Delaware.
Yeah, and Can the Queen, I mean, she's showed the ability to lay going 5.5 furlongs, beat a couple good horses in Whiskey and Rye, and Elevation doing that same thing. Race 6, the Jamil, 5.5 furlongs on the turf. Going to be a fun one this afternoon. Race 7, the Star to NASCAR, 7/8 of a mile on the main track for Maryland-bred runners. And let's start with your top pick, and that is the 7 Synergy Star for the red hot. Kenny Cox wins another one. Ain't the beer loaded. Ain't the beer loaded. Ain't the beer cold.
Chuck Thompson, right?
Yeah, there you go. $15.20 yesterday. Here's a stat on Kenny Cox.
How's this one? 7 for 13 the last 2 months with the Laurel Dirt Runners. This guy might be the only one. Synergy Star had a couple losses in there, but 7 for 13? Jeez. 11 for 13 in the money. 925. If there's anybody going better than Kenny Cox, saw him walking into that winner's circle yesterday. He's walking tall right now. I mean, there is no doubt. And Synergy Star was a different kind of animal last time. Was beaten by Super Love. Golden Eyes, okay? 2 races back. Dusted Golden Eyes last time. We got a shorter field. Expect some speed. Synergy Star, I think, is going to be lurking. I think the way this guy finished up last time, an extra furlong is not going to be a problem. He holds form. My only issue, back a little quick. He's got a little bit more spacing usually in his races, but the way this barn's going, I think it's a stalk and pounce mission for Synergy Star.
Yeah, back in 15 days this time around. A great draw, going 7/8 from the outside.
We won't get that price with these couple scratches out.
Yeah, we have a couple scratches. The 1 Locomotive and the 5 Uncle Irish, who was actually my top pick before Mr. Ness took him out. Here, let's talk about my top pick now. A lot of hope. John Robb, Javion Toledo gets the call. Look, this one's hoping for a speed duel up front between Super Love and Al Loves Josie. I think it all depends on that. I think Synergy Charge a little dependent on that also.
Exactly.
We'll have to see if that happens. If that happens, that puts a lot of hope in really, really good spot.
Yeah, and he had a little issue last time. He was making some headway, and then he got a little bit of traffic coming past like mid-stretch, just a little bit, and then he dropped in, and I expected a little bit more kick, slight flat, but the numbers, that was good horses. Old Homestead, Nimitz class, Scaramouche, very quick. So he gets the setup today. He's going to get the targets that he wants. Now we're going to see. I Love Josie. Was the slop race a little fluky? He's clearly very fast. Super Love, we know is fast. We got video of Super Love.
Yeah, we do have video of Super Love. And Super Love, she's undefeated. He's undefeated. Here's his most recent race. This is June 19th. He runs a 91 this particular afternoon.
Yeah, this was impressive. And it was all systems go from the start, Tim. A hustling job out of the gate to get that position and just increase the advantage from there, responds to pressure, and really, really widen with a beautiful stride here, covering a lot of ground. I like the way he sat off the pace 2 races back, which gives me hope that, it might be one of these deals where Al Love goes, You're going to see Caramanos kind of steady back, rate back a little bit, and then shift to that outside. He's got to make the rebid, and he's got to go instead of 5.5. He's got to make that at 7.
He's got to stretch up to 7. Yeah, that's the questions I have. Will he rate off and still come with the fish, and will he stretch off to 7? And the other question I have is, if you let Al Loves Josie go, Al Loves Josie could be gone.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a catch-22 for Caramanos. He's going to have to make that judgment.
Well, you know one thing. X-Man's going to race ride him a little bit, isn't he? Yeah, I mean, going past the 5/8 or heading to the 5/8, he's going to peek over. It's not going to be easy, I can tell you that.
And with the scratch of the one locomotive, this probably couldn't be a worse scenario for Super Love.
Right.
With Al Loves Josie on the outside of him. But we're going to find out today. This is a quality animal, and overcomes this, wins this race today. Really, really quality animal. There you have it, race 7, the start in NASCAR, going 7/8 of a mile. Race 8, the Benz Cat, 5.5 furlongs on the turf, named after one of the best turf sprinters to ever walk across the grass here in Maryland, Benz Cat. Let's start with the 8. This is your top pick. Why not? Grateful Bread. Let's go back to April 25th of this year, right here at Laurel Park. This was Grateful Bread's return race after the winter off. Good-looking effort.
Yeah, and this is the King T. Leatherberry, so a little bit of a correlation here, right? With Ben's Cat. But it's a good, strong effort. Was able to kind of sit a little bit further off the pace, worked outward around the turn. Just brings that steady, grinding run. True Valor, who I didn't expect to be on the lead that day for Grab Motion, got the lead and ran huge, was coming out of some salty competition as well, right? I think running some of those graded stakes on the grass. Was out in California, if I remember correctly. But Grateful Bread, a little closer to the pace the next 2 races. Good effort last time. I think he shadows the speed of Jackson Traveler. It's just a little bit more proven on the turf, slight edge. But Jackson Traveler, I think he's going to take him away in here.
He's going to take him a long way, coming off a nice race, coming off a layoff. Asmussen's very, very good at. His races on the grass have been good races. There's no doubt about that. Back in last September and last July up at Saratoga. But Grateful Bread just has been a model of consistency his whole racing career. He shows up every single time he's led over here. He's going to be very, very tough.
A little out of the woodwork. Yeah, the youngest of 5. Just kind of like that stranger kind of pick that might work for you. Maybe the Split D Exacta boosted a little bit. It's never been on the turf.
Yeah,
Super Sabres, okay. But there is turf in the immediate family. I went back and looked. Half to a grade 2 stakes place kind of router. This horse was favored over Jackson Traveler a couple races back, going back in March. But he's fresh. Just a shot, that horse. If the stranger that pops in, I think he's the one.
I watched him work on July 24th here at Laurel. That turf work, and
what'd you think?
He got over it okay. I'm always a little worried about older horses taking on turf for the first time. It's different. It's totally different, and a lot of older horses don't take to it as well. It's just like myself. I can run, but I want to run on asphalt. I don't want to run on grass. The old bones can't take it and all the shift and everything. But very, very interesting race here in race 8, the Benz Cat. Race 9 is the feature of the day, the $100,000 deputed testimony going 1 mile and 1/8. And you've got the 1. Riding with Biden on top. Why not? Big races at Delaware Park. Most recent over the sloppy track. Lifetime best. We're running second to Tax. But it has races certainly on the go back. If you don't believe in the Delaware races, you can believe in some of the races on the go back.
You can certainly believe in that race last summer against First Captain. That's a pretty good horse, right? Was able to get the lead. He draws the rail 1 mile and 1/8, not 1 mile and 16, so a little bit more time to kind of for the horses to spread themselves out. But riding with Biden, I don't think necessarily needs the lead either. I think he's improving. Recent gelding. Tapping Cat might go from the inside. Going to use that one as a little bit of a price. He might actually be a little bit quicker early if the Hernandez wants to go. But riding with Biden, I think we'll set up shop in a stalking position. I did like Armando R. He's out. Magic Michael, kind of the same pattern last year to this year, right? Worked off that Battery Park up to a good second in the deputed testimony. Third now off the break for Ness.
Yeah, 10-time winner. I mean, this horse knows how to win races. horses first time at Laurel Park, has never run at Laurel Park, and sometimes I've noticed the Nest horses first time at Laurel don't maybe not deliver the races that they have been before, but I still like them in my exacta. I do have the forward plot. The dots on top, the mile and eighth works for him. It looks to me like Claudio had this race in mind. He set this horse up for this race. Throw out the turf race. Forget about that. Still ran okay. Only got beat 3 lengths that day. Has a little freshener. 3 works. We've seen that time and time again with Claudio. So I'm going to take plot the dots. He's 4-1 on the morning line. That will conclude our stakes action for the day, but we still have one more, the nightcap, 10th race, claiming 16,000 non-winners of 3 races, going 5.5 furlongs on the turf. Your top pick, my top pick, the 6, Bourbon and Ice. Look, he's a tough top pick, honestly. He's dropping back down out of the A out of the N, back to the 16,000, where he did get beat the time before. Lifetime best when he was at this level. But at the end of the day, he's a 6-year-old who's a non-winner of 3.
He is. But he's been trying.
He's trying.
Give
There's
guys,
no doubt.
give him some credit. He deserves a win under his belt, and I think he just might get it today. There's going to be some speed in front of them, flank speed. The blinkers go back on first off the claim, but they hold the level. So he's going to make that move into it. He has a tendency to just kind of hang around there. Will he finish? I don't know. I like Bourbon and Ice to kind of edge by late. Maryland Pride, another one off of a break from Mike Turalis. The barn's rolling. You got to use.
I'm afraid of the 9.
Scotty
Brown.
Okay.
Scotty Brown for Jane Seville, Victor Carrasco. Look, most recent efforts have not been good, but there's races on the go back that will work. Jane's been very good here this summer, this spring and summer in Maryland, so I'm a little concerned about that one. We'll probably get a decent price there. That covers our fantastic card here this afternoon at Laurel Park. Let's kick into your best bet and your spot plays of this afternoon.
Dr. Davis, race 4. Hopefully we can get something going early. 44. First time Lasix, off a break. I think the barn is certainly very capable with these runners we've seen in the past, especially on the turf course. 6 furlongs, I think, is a good number, too. That horse held well going longer against much, much better in New York. And long shot, little play of the day, little value play of the day. We lose some value here. Synergy Star. We saw the stat on Kenny Cox. You're going to give me that kind of price on a barn that's going like that. And visually, that last race was super impressive to me. I think he'll lurk from just off the pace.
Well, if you've joined us this morning, we certainly hope you join us this afternoon here at Laurel Park. We have so much going on, along with the great racing card that we have to offer today. Dave Rodman is going to be up next with Scratches and Changes. Any last words, my friend?
I'm good. I'm good to go. Just get your arms ready for the dunk tank over there. Again, $100 Visa gift cards, plenty of food, plenty of drink.
Shyman's behind the paddock warming up.
Shyman's back there. He's got a pretty good slider from what I heard.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
I bet he does.
All right.
Here we go. Good luck this afternoon.
You got it. Good luck.